Describe a perfect-looking woman according to your standards. I think growing up during the peak of the body positivity movement, my idea of beauty is fairly diverse, but there are some things that stand out across the diversity. Healthy, glowing skin, thick, lustrous hair, absence of dark circles, pigmentation, etc. These are typically signs of underlying health issues. Fitness, working out, no matter what your body type is, makes you look better, gives you better posture, and makes your movements feel graceful. Body type, lower waist to hip ratio. This isn't always necessary, but it sure does help. Harmony in their styling and features hairstyles, makeup, and clothes that suit them. Also harmony in their features. This can't really be helped, but certain features look better on certain faces. A large nose is not inherently bad, but looks awful on some faces and beautiful on others. This might sound harsh, but I don't think that everyone is beautiful. Some people are not beautiful, and that's okay. Beauty doesn't determine how much value one has. It is simply a trait, like intelligence, that comes naturally to some, needs to be worked on by some, and is completely out of reach for others. My tastes are way too diverse to make one perfect woman. I've dated shorter girls, taller girls, skinny girls, curvy girls, fit girls, blondes, brunettes, girls with big eyes and big lips, and girls with small eyes and small lips, freckles, pale, tan, and I liked it all. I love diversity and haven't settled on a single look yet. So I guess my perfect looking woman would be Mistake, so she can have a different looking body every day. How about I just describe a woman I know who rates really highly on looks? She's 5 feet 6 inches, give or take. Wears vinyl boots and is about 5 feet 9 inches in those. Currently blonde, thin, smallish boobs. She spends a fair amount of time in the gym, so she's got good muscle tone. Isn't skeletal, but doesn't have much fat. Oval face, expressive eyebrows, grey eyes, and fine features. She always dresses well, and seems to favor black and red, mostly dresses. I don't have a perfect-looking woman. There are a lot of qualities I find attractive, and more than a few are mutually exclusive. Bright red hair can be very attractive, as can thick brunette hair. A very tall, slender build can be amazing, or a more curvy one. They're attractive in different ways, for different reasons. But there's really no way I could pick and choose qualities to assemble a physically perfect person. I like small of skinny, long curly blonde hair, blue eyes, small breasts, pale. No fake parts, edit ad. No makeup is so much better. Everybody like what they like. I respect that. What I don't like is when people do not respect that back. Like when everyone in a group finds someone attractive, and I say, or that I don't. Find them attractive and I get the, are you crazy? And what's wrong with you? It makes me angry when someone is put down like that over preference. Attractiveness is all preference. Personally, tall. Like really tall, 6 foot plus. I stand 6 feet 6 inches in my cowboy boots, and being with even an average height. Woman is awkward. Other than that and a decent fitness regimen, there isn't much. I'm sure most around here agree that the personality is what is more important. Humor and intelligence can't be beat. She's tall with purple skin, a big green belly, and yellow toenails. Wait. Sorry. I was describing Barney the dinosaur. I'll get back to you about the woman. Perfect women for me would be Andressa Serraras, because she seems like someone you could have a conversation about nothing with, or Mel Malloy, because her ditziness is cute. Also helps that they both have great bodies. I feel that these are the beauty standards that so many women try to achieve. I know a lot of women who will fit in this rubric, but it's honestly not unique anymore. I feel beauty is just based out of how unique you look or act. For example, green eyes, brilliant facial structure, voice, dressing sense, and so much more. As far as I've known, everyone has something unique about them. All are attractive to different sets of people. Yes, but you are beautiful if you are attractive to a lot of people. Okay, so I feel this perspective is largely formed by people on social media, because of which a lot of women and men tried to adhere to them. Now, most of them, quite honestly, look the same. There is nothing unique about them. While let's say a feature like eyes, that would be unique and mesmerizing in itself. So, I guess, agree to disagree? Beauty lies in the eye of beholder. Also, after certain point, it's inner beauty that matters the most. Kindness is attractive, definitely, but it varies from person to person. For some men, looks will be more attractive than the kindness. We can't change them, obviously. My motto is take care of your body and your face and always be nice. For some people you might be good, for some you might be not. Always love yourself first. I absolutely love myself. I was just curious to know what people like. Second, the idea of taking care of your body and face and be nice. That is all the beauty one needs. Don't compare yourself with others, but try to be the best version of yourself. I completely agree with but. However, no hate, many men are just obsessed with winning over beautiful women, obviously. Not all are like them, which can make some women insecure. They start doubting themselves, though they shouldn't, obviously. Definitely. However, some men just want to win a woman over her good looks, who is snake from inside, and they don't mind if she is a snake. Have experienced this in my circle. I used to think the same until I got an incurable chronic disease. Everyone is beautiful. That's it. I'm so sorry to hear that, and I apologize if my comment has hurt you in any way. I hope you get better. Wishing you all the best. It's absolutely fine. I used to share the same mindset and thought that was the best way to exist, and to try and get healthier, even if we do fall sick. But some diseases are just not curable, and only after I got sick I started going to hospitals and joined online communities and saw so many people suffering not by choice. It changed my mind for the better. I'm not hurt. I just wanted to share my experience. Thank you so much for wishing me well. Sorry to hear that. May you have the strength to deal with the disease positively, that plus being happy and content with oneself. I agree. Health is the most attractive trait. Let me explain. Emotional health, as a couple, disagreements are bound to happen. You need someone who can handle it maturely. Mental health, not easy to date someone who's always down. Happy wife means happy life for a reason. Physical health doesn't mean fat vs skinny. I've seen chubby women run an entire marathon and it's fucking sexy. Exactly the comment I was looking for. Women are held to such high beauty standards that so many try and go to extreme lengths just to be conventionally pretty, while that should never be the case. As corny as it sounds, beauty does lie in the eye of the beholder. There's perfection in every imperfection, so being healthy is all that matters. For me, it's always been about kind eyes. Physical beauty doesn't mean much if the energy or vibes feels off. Once that happens, the attraction just disappears. Some women in my family have greenish blue eyes and they just seem so exotic to me. I love colored eyes on a woman. You know you have an attractive face when an old lady calls you a beautiful young woman. The sweetest compliment you can get. You know you have an attractive body when a woman who's 10 years older than you looks you up and down and says, I wish I had a pair of tits, waist, ass, legs like that. Supermodel endorsement. Basically nothing compares to an old lady's compliment, really. I find comments from random kids to have a lot of weight. Kids and old PPL are super honest and gay men. When a gay man compliments my appearance, it always makes me feel amazing, so true. Or when they compliment what you're wearing, you know you have style. Not long ago, a younger, feminine presenting gay man stopped me by grabbing my grocery cart to tell me that I had an incredible facial structure and that he'd kill for cheekbones like mine. I'm 39 and have very much enjoyed how aging has lessened the amount of frequency of random men stopping me to compliment my appearance. Having a gay guy compliment my appearance, however, felt amazing. It was even better than compliments from elderly ladies or little girls. A little girl told me I had Disney princess eyelashes once and I found that so cute. Had one tell me I have a beautiful smile, and god damn did that hit different. It was like 10 years ago, 2.30 years ago. I was babysitting 2 little kids. The father came home and the little girl ran in the room to say hello to daddy. Then she looked at me and said, take your glasses off and show daddy how pretty you are. This was 30 years ago, and I've never forgotten it. What a sweetheart. Best compliment I ever got was from a 10-year-old boy. We met the charming little fellow when my then boyfriend, now husband, and I were swimming in a hotel pool. We got to chatting with him, and before he got out he said to my boyfriend to hang on to me because I sure was pretty. I'm sure this kid grew up to break some hearts. You know you have an attractive face when an old lady calls you a beautiful young woman. The sweetest compliment you can get. You know you have an attractive body when a woman who's 10 years older than you looks you up and down and says, I wish I had a pair of tits, waist, ass, legs like that. Supermodel endorsement. Basically nothing compares to an old lady's compliment, really. I find comments from random kids to have a lot of weight. Kids and old PPL are super honest and gay men. When a gay man compliments my appearance, it always makes me feel amazing, so true. Or when they compliment what you're wearing, you know you have style. Not long ago, a younger, feminine presenting gay man stopped me by grabbing my grocery cart to tell me that I had an incredible facial structure and that he'd kill for cheekbones like mine. I'm 39 and have very much enjoyed how aging has lessened the amount of frequency of random men stopping me to compliment my appearance. Having a gay guy compliment my appearance, however, felt amazing. It was even better than compliments from elderly ladies or little girls. A little girl told me I had Disney princess eyelashes once, and I found that so cute. Had one tell me I have a beautiful smile, and god damn did that hit different. It was like 10 years ago, 2.30 years ago. I was babysitting 2 little kids. The father came home and the little girl ran in the room to say hello to daddy. Then she looked at me and said, "Take your glasses off and show." Daddy had brightened my life. LOL no. Because why was an old grandma trying to recruit me to marry her son, who has moved abroad last year? The ego boost AAA. I'm still riding that high. An older South Korean woman stopped me at CVS to tell me how pretty I was. And I never forgot it. Like, they are strict. And I don't have white skin either, so I was double taken aback. Well, that's not true necessarily, cause you're attractive. My dress hanging a weird way one time and I got stared at by everyone. I felt super confident thinking I looked fly. Well, that could also mean nothing. Old men like staring at young girls. Men will also stare at literally any woman with revealing clothes on. Sometimes the staring is for strictly creepy reasons. This applies to those who, every time they leave the house, get stared at. Particularly by many wonder about this often. Do they think I'm pretty, or is something wrong with my makeup or hair or clothes? I also think when strangers randomly talk to you while you're out, but not sure if that's from getting a read of good energy from you. Or is it attractiveness? On one hand, it sucks because straight men often don't know how to do these things, unless they have a partner, sister, friend to give them advice. Most men could make themselves more attractive with just some knowledge like this. On the other hand, it does mean the expectations are lower and therefore, there isn't as high a beauty standard to meet for straight men. Despite pressure on men increasing, it's still nothing like the level women experience, especially as we age. Now you've cracked the code, you've got an unfair advantage. LOL. It is worse than not knowing how. Often, they don't even know they have a problem or that these things exist. I was in my early 20s when I learned what a mani-PD was. Until then, I thought it was when a man got a pedicure, which was a thing gay guys did. I do agree with aging though. You cannot rewind the clock, and there is a very strong stigma attached to it for women that isn't present as much for men. Remember that if you're taking height and build into consideration, tall women, large-framed women, not talking about overweight, athletic women, are negatively impacted. Petite women are more beautiful by standards, and many women are not naturally smaller than they are expected to be. Honestly, kinda mind-boggling that a poster on 10th Dentist can actually take points and argue politely. GG for not being a debate bro. Women have a much larger range of acceptable heights. Athletic women are also fine. I am willing to concede frame, especially clavicle length for the shoulders. The problem is that only a certain type of athletic is acceptable for a woman. For women that aren't particularly tall and lithe, putting on a healthy amount of muscle makes them less attractive. I'm about as fit as a 33-year-old woman can be. I run about 15 miles each week, can run a sub-20-minute 5K, play softball, volleyball, and Gaelic football one night a week each, and can squat 2x my body weight. I am objectively much less attractive than I was when I weighed 30 pounds. Than a topical. Apparently, the pill does have better effectiveness, but be aware that it can cause hair growth all over the body as well. It can make existing body hair longer and darker, and also cause body hair to sprout in places you've never had it before. Ladies, when you visualize the ideal woman you want to become, can you list her the qualities you'd want her to have be? I am myself and don't waste time trying to be someone I'm not. I just aim to be the best me I can. For me, this means that I foster my creativity, work on my interpersonal skills of kindness, and just give myself permission to be my weird little self. I kinda just give myself the structure to be myself and work with my personality and qualities instead of forcing myself to be someone I'm not. I'm compassionate, kind, silly, and hardworking. I'm bad at time management without keeping to a schedule. I'm more likely to choose sweets than veggies, so I make sure to have good options on hand and only settle for quality treats. I'm smart but not particularly motivated, so I study things I love for fun, and that makes it easier to go over things I don't care for, like math. LOL. so I don't visualize anyone else as my ideal. I guess disciplined, quiet, and excellent business attributes. I want her to have power, money, intelligence, be skilled in various things, be healthy, and be not repulsive. Remember that if you're taking height and build into consideration, tall women, large-framed women, not talking about overweight, athletes have a much larger range of acceptable heights. Athletic women are also fine. I am willing to concede frame, especially clavicle, length for the shoulders. That problem is that only a certain type of athletic is acceptable for a woman. For women that aren't particularly tall and lithe, putting on a healthy amount of muscle makes them less attractive. I'm about as fit as a 33-year-old woman can be. I run about 15 miles each week, can run a sub 20-minute 5K,